Let's move on to the next topic, Formal und Funktional orientierte Grammatikvermittlung. This one begins with Grammatik als Hilfsmittel. Grammatik is a helping agent to a student who is learning language for communicative purposes. It goes on to list out the advantages, saying Grammatik helps the language user to communicate properly. There the user has got a lot of interest to communicate, all the relevant grammatical elements should be taught to him. The grammatic which is being taught should now be relevant towards the age, their learning level, their social Umfeld environment. All these factors should be considered while teaching the grammatic. Depending upon the demand, the difficulty level of the grammatic should be taken care of by repetitive exercises, vertiefen exercises. So when the difficulty level of the grammar is high, then make sure to repeat the exercises. At the same time, go deep in explaining what the grammar is all about. The exercises and the examples should now be according to the personal situation of the students. That way you can connect the learn interest with the teaching grammar, and it will be easier for the students to grasp. Next topic we have neue Entwicklungstendenzen in der Grammatikvermittlung. In this we have something called as chunks. Chunks are logical grammatical elements which can be applied to different situations in a variable manner, and it can be used again and again. This way the students will have a fatigue Satz im Kopf. It's like an ALM routine, audio-linguale method, and they don't have to remember the grammatic rules and regulations. To practice chunks, it has to be implemented like spielerische Übungen. And the exercise or the practicing of chunks should also go along with the topic of interest. So you choose the topic of interest of your class and then use the chunks. Typical example, wie geht es dir or wie geht es Ihnen? That's the first one which they teach in A1 class. It is actually a different form of grammatic, but the very first thing which they teach you in A1 class is Hallo, wie geht's? This is a chunk and you just use it normally, and only later will they explain the meaning or the grammatical elements of wie geht's. Next, in the same subtopic, we have Mehrsprachigkeit. So when there are two languages which are handled, which are similar, in this case German and English, then it is always recommended to use the commonalities as well as the differences between the two languages while teaching the new language, which in this case is German. The advantages are it helps to reduce or decrease the fear and thereby results in a successful learning experience. Also, the teachers can use the additional elements from the known language in explaining the difficult grammatical terminology in German. This way you can use the Mehrsprachigkeitsdidaktik in teaching the foreign language. As the third subtopic, we have Autonomes Lernen und Lernstrategie. The book describes or defines autonomous lernen as the capability of the student to plan and reflect their own learning process. So the main driver of autonomous learning will be the students themselves. The teachers only have an assistance role. They help the learner to reflect on what they have studied. They help the students to know what their learn tube is. They also help them to identify the errors and correct the same. They help them develop a learn style or learning style and learn strategy based on Alltagssituation und Unterricht.
With that, the chapter comes to an end. Please feel free to like, subscribe and comment to the channel. If you have any questions, then contact me via email or put down your comments and I'll be able to reply. Thank you.